Alright, let's get started. I need to interact with this guy so I can... Cool, okay. And no death is off. Okay, cool. Let's get a new attempt going. Alright, let's start the timer. New day, new attempt. I got a PB last time of 2 hits. One hit was I actually got hit by the fire prelate on the chain to the snowfield. I've never been hit by him before. I kind of assumed that what happened was I got hit by a fireball, one of his fireballs, and I'd always assumed that, you know, I'd be out of range before he'd have a chance to put it off, but not the case. And so, oops. Had no death on. Now it is off. So anyway, yeah, I had to just reroute a tiny bit that section. And I should be better now. Should not get hit. I shouldn't even aggro the fire prelate. I just hike a little bit to the left and it doesn't get aggroed. And then my second hit was to fire giant, but that was just like, I was still kind of annoyed at my first hit and just kind of threw the one hit PB. Oops. Just setting it up so that I don't have to deal with it later. And so starts our setup. 45 minutes of kind of doing nothing. Or I guess 40 minutes before GTS, and then another 10-15 minutes after GTS. Start with a crafting kit. And our pots and a singular smithing stone one. And here we get our ride.
Have they serve, but I can play turning root to 80. You need only to the foot. Then it's summon me. I bequeath. Use it. It will summon torrent. Treat him with. Shall I turn? Let my hand share them.
Do not want to level up. Okay. Switch that out for Spectral Steed. I might as well just get rid of this now. Didn't mean to let go of zoom there, but doesn't really matter. Cool, and there's our flail, and we get this to cheese Blackguard, so we can reach eventually get the actual weapon we're gonna use, which is Iron Ball. And now starts our long curve through Limgrave to get all of our stuff from here. Starting up here with our 3 smithing stone ones. Get this grace for later. And since it's night, you can just skirt along the right side of this little plateau, and this giant won't aggro to you. Get this grace so that later we can conveniently come back here and kill Bernal. And there is our golden vow. Our next couple of smithing stones. And then a few more from over here.
Are you here as a customer?
Oops. Not the halberd, is that what it is? Yeah. Got our little floating turtle there. And we drop down here to get our sleep pots and runes. There we go.
Is anybody there? Someone who might be interested in rescuing the great Kenneth Haight, servant to the True Order and celebrated repudiator.
Nip over here to get our Wondrous Physic Flask from this dish. We're off. There's our Spiked Cracktear. Our first buff for charged attacks. And the second one comes up here. The Axe Talisman, which buffs our charged attacks as well. And it's basically, we leave that on for the entire run. Both of those. We grab a couple more lilies from here. Hey dude. How's it going? And our last smithing stone ones have been acquired. Yeah, it's going pretty well. It's pretty cold up here. I think it was like, feels like of 7 degrees yesterday, which was pretty brutal. But yeah, can't complain. Maybe one of these days I'm gonna actually get this skip. Nope. Okay. So just sneak past here. And nobody even notices. Let's not aggro these rats. And as soon as this guy up here pops up, just shoot him. And this guy doesn't aggro, and that's that. How's it going, Natalie? There's our first Dectus Medallion half. Yeah, this only works if it's the nighttime. And that's like basically how all of our like stealth stuff works in the beginning of the game. Is because it's nighttime. No thanks, Natalie. Yeah, actually, I think I lost a run at some point later on because I, like, didn't turn the time back to night after, like, you know, at the end of the setup, essentially. It's not night anymore, obviously. And so I had to, like... I was supposed to switch it back to night, and then I actually got sniped by the, you know that archer at Fort Gale North that has the Rain of Arrows, Ash of Wars? Dang, we're really reining in the bots here today. It's like... It's just really annoying. It's like... that fort over there. There's this, you can't see him because he's not spawned in, but there's a archer right there who will get you. If you don't, stealth around him. And usually it's fine if you just, like, run around, but it was not night, and so I got hit. Alright, this is also a little bit of a specific pathing, because you have to try to avoid these insane dogs. So we skirt around to the right up here, and then cut this direction. They just don't see us, and we're good. Okay, cool. And up here we get our first sell everything, and then we get we get our beast repellent torch, and back here. Yeah, no worries, of course. Glad you can make it. Appreciate it, as always. I did some practice on the fire giant the other day, or I think yesterday, and I think we should be fine for that this time if I get there. Of course, likely not to get that far without getting hit, but still. Yeah, for real, man. Yeah, I mean, it's always hard, like, I feel as if I've had the, like, skill for a while now, but, like, I assume that I'm just gonna be pretty nervous when I do get pretty far into a run. Just hit right here. So it's hard to tell if I'm actually gonna, like how far I actually am from, like, the mental side of things. It's very hard for me to know if I'm gonna be, like, good at that kind of thing and just being chill at the, like, high stress moments or not. And up here, we get our second Dectus half. Cool. Through this area. now we are off to Liurnia to get all of our smithing stone 2s and stuff. And our iron ball, obviously. So yeah, iron ball is actually the first, or a couple of smithing stone 2s from the merchant. I see. So I did go the wrong way last, or a couple of times ago. Need to avoid those bats because I don't know. One of them, like my very short attempts from earlier, got hit by. I just got screamed at by from one of those bats from very close range. So yeah, smithing stone 2, then iron ball, then more smithing stones, some kukris, and then we're off to Altus. Am I leveling up at all? I am not leveling up for basically until I kill DTS. Yeah, I don't have to, you don't need to level up at all until you cheese DTS, and then you pretty quickly after that get you have to kill Bernal. Even then, you could probably wait a little bit longer even to level up until you actually kill Bernal, and not after you get Flame Garrett strength. Well, I guess I indirectly, you know, level up with Radgon's Scar Seal. Bunch of free levels.
You're surprised no matter. Why don't you? Oh, but don't.
And here are our first smithing stone 2s, and we're off. We skirt a little bit to the left side here so we avoid any chance of spawning that Royal Revenant that spawns somewhere over here in one of those little mini chapel things. Also, you probably don't want to run directly into one of the casters, but they're pretty slow. But I guess I could have probably gotten hit by their little push move. I wasn't paying super close attention to it. Alright, so we're aiming towards this little hill. And then directly, like, or I guess northwest of it is the Blackguard Shack, or Boil Prawn Shack, whatever it's called. Which is where we cheese poor Blackguard. Aim towards this corner. Oops. And just walk forward. Cool. Sorry, guy. Very honorable stand-up fight right there.
Why ain't it happening?
And just wrap around this structure, and we go talk to Raya. Yeah, it's such an easy one too, to get like top 2
Hello.
most overpowered weapons in the
Please.
game.
It's rather my mistress. But I was a. Could I ask that thug only if you've? Oh, what a blessed thug should be rest, please. The thug, please.
Here's your
Yes,
necklace.
thank you kindly. Did I forget? I seek you a very but a steady heart, such strellies. Brave Tarn, most.
Have you seen the DTS cheese yet? Because that one's... Sounds good, dude. Okay, we're off towards this structure, which I don't love that it's so rainy because it makes it harder to see the further lobster. It's very dark. I'm just gonna wait. Last time I feel as if I don't... I'm also a little bit afraid of triggering this lobster that's moving in front of me when he's moving towards the shrine, and so I go a little bit too far away from him and a little too close to this guy, and so sometimes wake this guy up. So I'm gonna go nice and far from him. Yeah, okay, that works a little nicer and is not as stressful. Oops. That was dumb. I said, oh, I'm going to stay far away from him, and then immediately went really close to him on the exit. But we get away with it. Nice. Yeah, I was saying, have you seen the DTS cheese? That's very satisfying. If you don't fuck it up. It's fun. You'll see it in 12 or so minutes. I think we're aiming towards that structure over there. Actually, I really like... DTS might be one of my favorite bosses. I find this moveset so satisfying and so, like there's enough nuance where it's a little bit, like, difficult. But, like... It's pretty... I like DTS. Still looking at over how much better this looks on PC. Yeah, it's... Yeah, I don't know how much it comes through on, through Twitch, but yeah, it's definitely pretty fun. And we actually don't need this flail at all. And it looks pretty nice. Although for some reason there's some, like, weird graphic effect that is only in Liurnia that I've noticed, where, like, on the horizon, things look a little bit weird. Which you can't see right now, but maybe when we teleport more to proper, I'll point it out. Right, just grab that, and we are out of here. Yeah, it is. The ray tracing is on. I honestly, like... I don't really notice. I don't know enough about, like, what that actually means to notice the difference, or to, like, know what the difference is, or know even what to look for. But I assume that if I turned it off, I would notice. Okay, we want to get off horseback pretty far from this shrine, like over here. Basically try to block the view of the flower on the other side, right there. Ooh, he's seen us. Okay. Should be fine. Is he aggroed? Okay, cool. Yeah, that might be it. Okay, yeah, you see how, like, I'd say in, like, the right quadrant of my screen in the middle, I don't know, it just, there's something about that lighting, or, like, those graphics looks a little bit off to me, versus if you compare it to the left side, it almost looks, like, tiled. And, like, especially when you move, it, like, looks a little bit weird. Maybe that is just, like, ray tracing, like, being a little bit weird and very... The trees, but, like, closer to the water, I'd say. Maybe it's just not capturing it through Twitch. Like, maybe it actually looks better on Twitch than on here. But it definitely looks a little bit weird on here. Okay, that's all of our Smithing Stone 2s. And we are off to... Altus now. Yes, the fog looks pixelated. Exactly. I always feels that guy should be able to hit me, but he has never hit me in any casual playthrough when I do that, or in any no-hit attempt. So, kind of assume that, unless I miss the jump, which I guess would be pretty fucking annoying, because it would be a half hour of time wasted, he can't hit me. All right. Now, all that's kind of left before we start doing DTS, instrumentals to an Orange Juice song. Is Orange Juice a band, or are you saying the, like, a song that is representative of the mood of Orange Juice? Yeah, I mean, it's like, just like... I think these guys are just like a pretty nice jam band. Although I think this is the only Pigeons Playing Ping Pong song that I actually know. Yeah, I've never heard of Orange Juice the band. Nice. Maybe I'll check them out. Okay, now we grab this Rune Arc. English, 80s English music similar to the Smiths, but popular. Cool. Yeah, that sounds great. Yeah, I should check them out. This song is almost like too sexy for this vibe. It's like easy listening, like sex music. It's really weird. Okay. Take the lift. '90s sexy, yeah. Okay. There's Raya. grab this Grace. Yeah, this is Love by George Benson. It's fun. Grab this Grace and then go to get to the smithing stone bearing that gives us all of our 3s and 4s up here in this cave. I appreciate it. I aim to have good tunes in my stream. I made a bunch of playlists, or just I guess a few playlists for streams that aren't too weird, you know, but are fun and good to listen to. All right. Managed to just sprint through the 2 worst guardians of all time. Not very effective. And then we grab this Grace. Make sure they're not following us, and we are back off. Oh no. Cool. Okay. No worries. Of course. A lot of this is just kind of running through stuff, so there's not not much to commentate on. Okay, well, we get what we need from here, and then it's DTS time. Unsheathed R2 and a riposte takes care of that guy. And that upgrade level is going to last us until Fire Giant. Okay, this away. Sticking to the right so that we do not aggro the gargoyle that comes flying down right about now. Cool. Grab some more golden seeds that I'm never gonna use. Grab this rune. And grab these mushrooms up here, because I actually ran out of mushrooms last time around. Oh, should be set for pretty much the entire run with that. Okay, what do I need? I don't need that anymore for now. I do need kukris. Okay, cool. Need to keep an eye out for this golem to make sure that he's not targeting me. He is targeting me, but it's fine. Did you see that Game Awards promo mystery statue? I've never watched the Game Awards. I don't think I've ever even watched any clips of the Game Awards. So, I don't really know what a promo mystery statue even means. What is that? What is that? Go up here. That one's not aggroed. That one's not aggroed either. Cool. Okay. So we are done with this first split, which is nice. 40 minutes down. Okay, so now the DTS cheese. So we have our kukri, we have our sword, we have our arrow, or bow. Okay, so we come up to about here. Until this guy just turns and starts walking towards me. Maintain about this distance. And then right about when he's passing that white birch, you run off. And down here, switch to mouse and keyboard. Oops. Did not mean to throw that. Ah, that's a bummer. Okay, well. Why is he not coming after me? Okay, well, let's see. One. Okay, well, I'm gonna have to wait for him to just go back. And then I'm gonna have to go and buy some more kukris for the next section. That's kind of annoying. No big deal, I guess, though. If I make it that far. Extremely weird stuff, though. I guess I waited a little bit too long to get on the horse. And sometimes it does that and doesn't, so he stops advancing. No big deal, though. Awesome. Okay, well, reset. Walk to about here. Wait for him to just start walking towards me. And keep about this distance. This time around here. We're gonna get on our horse. Okay. This time, that looks a little bit better. Throw here. Throw here. And then aim pretty high here. Perfect. Then we run up behind this guy, and before he can turn around... Perfect. Goodbye. And that's the DTS cheese. Barely a hitch. what is hilarious? The cheese, because it is pretty. It's pretty stupid that it works. All right, we need to rest. Cool.
To determine if you have, it seems torrent.
Yeah, it's pretty funny, right? It's a
thing. I can take you to the round gathering place.
it's a great strat.
Very well. Let my hand rest.
Although it's a little bit finicky, as you can see from what I did a little bit just right before I got the attempt. And that means I'm just gonna have to get a couple more kukris from somewhere for the Stormvale section. Okay, and we offer a bell bearing, and we buy a bunch of shit. So 12 smithing stone 3s, 12 smithing stone 4s, this rapier, this dagger for Golden Vow, this finger seal, and I think that's all we need for now. And then we level up our actual weapon. We're done with that. Cool.
You'll know how to lay out your arms.
And we get our Iron Ball to plus 12. Cool. And now we just level ourselves up. And hold on, do we have... Cool. Yeah, we should be able to just level all the way up then. Faith to 15, so we can do Flame Grant Me Strength. And I'm one level less than usual, because I had to Memory of Grace out from those lobsters. Why do I add so many charges to my flask? I really don't need to. Okay. Over to Rotview Balcony. And now we go and get Flame Grant Me Strength. And this is where we need to be careful and pass time so that it is night. Just drop down here. And over here. And almost fall off the edge. Totally calculated. That's so dumb. Always new stupid ways to die. Okay. Past time. And now we are off. And we get make sure that this guy has not aggroed somehow. Yeah, he hasn't. Cool. And we run over here. Jump over this guy. And then crouch. Just walk into the wall. Here is Flame Grant Me Strength. And there we are. Okay, and next up is Bernal. We want to mix our Wondrous Physic. We want to memorize Flame Grant Me Strength. Give Golden Vow to this dagger. And then those two. Drink. Ash Golden Vow. Same Jeremy strength. We have the right.
Suppose I have no clue what an enigma.
Cool. It's also a little bit worrying because he just like
Volcano Manor.
slides away from you when you first hit him. Okay, well, we kill him so that we can get Assassin's Gambit. But the Iron Ball is just long enough, it seems like, to connect on the second charged R2.
I knew you. I hereby take my hand. Give me your. I will pray.
And now we are here.
I am Tanit Rias, a warrior. Perhaps you are. Will you join? Why accept rise with us? Interest now, you but the drawing room, but be sure.
And now we get that Assassin's Gambit to get Cragblade and a bunch of other shit. Cool, okay. Offer Bernal Spell Bearing. Oh, I need to... Purchase. There's Assassin's Gambit. Ashes of War, and we want this guy to have Assassin's Gambit. Cool. Back here. And there we go. Reapply. Might as well reapply. Crouch. And run. Through here. Pick up this talisman. Perfect. Take this portal. Assassin's Gambit, and then that's to avoid these guys up here aggroing to you. I just kind of arc around to the left here. Well, I attempt to arc around to the left to avoid aggroing anybody, but I did not arc around to the left far enough. So we go again. Let's go all the way around this time. Come at him from the front. That's more like it. Oh wait, I don't want to go here. I want to go here. And I want to put on Crag Blade. Cool. And now we are off to kill Patches. Grab this Grace. Then drop off right here. And then right about this tree, I have to get off because Nereus is gonna get summoned, the invader, and we are simply gonna send him back promptly by running away. And he's gone. Okay. Oops. Okay. Assassin's Gambit. Stay to the right here. Huge buff sequence for Patches. Surely no Patches incident today.
Wait, please!
Sweet. That's that. Sorry, pal. And we do that so we can get this. Is that enough for a level? Probably not. Wait. Oh, it is, okay. So I might just as well level up to where I usually am here. Okay. And off to Stormhill Shack. And now, time for Margit. Exactly an hour into this run. Kinda crazy. Need this. Need that. Nothing but the wind. I promise you. Okay. Golden Vow. Cragblade. Drink. Flame grant me strength. Drink that. Two-hand. Switch to Shackle. Shackle. Charge R2. Charge R2. Charge R2. And goodbye, Mr. Market.
Smoldering with thy meager flame.
So that's that.
In fear of the night, the hands of the fell omen shall brook thee no quarter. Your tongue, it's tightly guarded.
Something kind of funny about Masayoshi Takanaka playing over the top of
Well, if
Market threatening us. Okay. Might as well level up, and here I'm going to have to get some more Kukris, which I can just get a couple from here, I guess. Hello? Okay, let's not die to something stupid here. That would be very dumb. I think that's that. And there. Yeah, it's a good soundtrack. It's you know, nice and lighthearted. Not making myself can't take myself too seriously with this. Okay, we want Kukris. It's night, so we simply Assassin's Gambit and Crouch Sprint. Reapply. Stick to the wall. And we're good. And we need... Don't need that, don't need that. We should probably have that equipped. And then... Cool. Want those equipped. Okay, this is a slightly technical section. We grab this for funsies. Reapply here. Crouch. Run up to here. Reapply. Immediately switch to two-handing this. Switch to mouse and keyboard. One Kukri here. One Kukri here. Immediately run up here. Jump to this alcove. Listen for that sound. Run up this way. Behind these guys. Kill him. Reapply. And we are good. Cool. That's pretty smooth. Okay, that was nice. Next up, Godric. had a moment of like panic there where I thought that I had been leveling up dexterity this entire time instead of strength. It's gonna be like, oh no, what have I done? Okay, reapply. Stick to the left here. Jump through these crates. Grab this cracked pot, grab this cracked pot. And they never know what happened. Stick to the right here. Sweet. Okay, we do not need this anymore, nor this. We do, however, need this and this. And can't level up anymore. We have the talismans we need. Don't need this. Okay. Golden Vow. Drink. Crag Blade. Switch to this. Walk through. Thing grant me strength. Flask. Okay. Here we free aim. Clean.
Lord of all that is golden.
That's Godric.
And one day, we'll return together to our home, bathed in rays of gold.
Now we go activate that Great Rune. Assassin's Gambit here. Just run through. This guy gets up. This guy also gets up. And that's when the other guy aggros. Then crouch here, let him fire, and then we run. Cool. You only heard my duels with Margit and Godfrey. Duels is maybe a generous way of putting it. Carefully scripted is a little bit closer to the truth. I had to dodge, like, let's see, 2 attacks. and in both of those in total. Okay, while I'm here, but I should remember. Before doing Gillica, I'm gonna grab the Roger's Rapier for Malekith down the line. That's activated. And let's not forget to go get the Glintblade Phalanx weapon.
Pleased to name's Roger, but now I had a little miss, as you might get. I'm privy to it. Would you care to learn? Time can move. A little conversation. Ah, well done. Something to mark the... As you might have guessed, I still...
Okay. Cool. Up to the plateau. Oh, my music stopped. Okay. Let's rest and level up and all that jazz. Strength. We want to what the hell? Okay, so I just straight up didn't activate the Great Rune. So let's do this again then. That's so weird. I could swear, maybe I must have fast traveled out too fast. That's so annoying. I have to run back through all of this because I didn't get the grace. Very dumb. With kids, you have to clean the house at least 3 times a day. Yeah, I'm not surprised. Especially with 2 of them of different ages. Probably a bunch of different shit you have to take into account all the time. Okay, well, we do this again. We apply. Bang. Ugh, so annoying. Oh, and I have to... God damn it. We have to wait for this stupid elevator to come all the way back down. Oh, wait. What? Oh yeah, we do. Riveting gameplay from Hoft. Thank you. Yeah, sounds good. Yeah, I'm like... I mean, most of this, I mean, at least up until now, it's not a lot of, you know, interesting stuff happening on screen, so you know, makes sense that you're like, I feel as if you can get pretty much as much out of this experience from just listening than watching. And yeah, it's nice to have in the background to have noise, I guess, you know. Okay. This time, we wait. Nice! That's what we wanted to happen. Okay. We don't want to go Capital Rampart, though. Off to Altus Plateau. And now we have Great Runes. That's where that should be. And now we have this activated. Sweet. Yeah, man, I can imagine. It's nice to have interaction with other adults. Yeah. There's... Especially, I assume, as a stay-at-home parent, you know, your partner is doing work and you're just like dealing with small children all day long. Okay. Don't need this. So it's time for this. Golden Vow. Cragblade. Flame Grant Me Strength. Drink. And that's that. Run to the left knee. Our left. Easy. GG's. Okay. Got Skillica. And now off to the impassable Great Bridge and Rodan, which has been a little bit stressful in the past couple of runs that I made it this far, because I've had to Memory of Grace out a couple of times. Just because I've not gotten enough damage in before Phase 2 starts. We'll see if that happens again today. But I'm gonna grab this rune, or this grace, so that if I do have to reset, I'm not running all the way back and I don't have to do the double loading. I can level up. A huge 1 point of strength, and I've gotten everything else, right? Okay. Let's switch to this. Ritual Sword Talisman. Boosts our damage at full health. Still 12, still Cragblade. Okay, that's that. And okay, next up we're done.
What now?
Your wife is prepping for a new job, so at night after the kids get out, she just studies. Yeah. What's she doing? Let's actually send this back up for the same reason as getting the grace. Okay. Here we go. Spam run away, spam run away. Turn around. Just walk. Okay, he's not aggroed. Golden Vow. Crackblade. Drink. Flame Grant Me Strength. Drink. Okay. That should be fine. All I did was... Beautiful. I whiffed a hit right before he left, but we are still totally fine. Alright, off to Godfrey. There's also a stressful boss. Basically, Godfrey, Golem are two of the most stressful bosses that are left, I think. Yeah, that one you do have to dodge a couple more attacks, although there's a couple of attacks that are kind of built into his moveset, and so that he never skips them. But yeah, at the beginning it's a little bit, you have to figure out what to do. Ideally, you just go skip. Actually, let's, before we forget, ideally you skips phase 2, by not whiffing the last one of the hits. Okay. Here we are getting our third talisman pouch.
Only fine. You have now to become the thing as now become.
Okay. All the way up here. Okay, cool. We want let's while I'm remembering, we should level up. And also while I'm remembering, let's add that. Cool, okay. All right, grab this brace right here. Assassin's Gambit, which I'm pretty sure does literally nothing for this section. Reapply. Okay. So that's the right path, and then cut through this way. Oops. Little baby jump. What is going on? Okay. And I aim for this little spire. Jump up here. Reapply our stealth. And then let this guy just turn to the left. Run right behind him. Give a wide berth to this archer. Ooh, who's aggroed to me? What the hell? That's a little concerning. Weird. Yeah, that's super weird. Usually I don't think I get anybody... And I don't think anybody's aggroed to me at that section. Yeah, re-up our stealth once again. And then we are gonna run a little bit just to the right over here to avoid that guy's aggro. More stealth. more stealth. Cut far away from him so he doesn't aggro. Go in front of these two guys so this guy doesn't aggro. Beautiful. All right. Now, this guy, who I am not the most confident on. Golden Vow. Cragblade. Drink. And grant me strength. Flask. Very clean. That was nice. Okay. And okay, cool. That's probably the actually probably the fight that you need to like do the most dodging and like actual straight up fighting from the entire run. Simply walk behind this guy and it's like we were never here. Beautiful. Okay. And now for a pretty scary cave. Steer far to the left of this guy. Okay, and then up here we equip our this guy and this guy. Cool, perfect. The most dangerous boss of all, gravity. So I have lost a run here. Specifically here. We'll attempt to not do that this time. Beautiful. Let's reapply stealth. Oof, that's always such a scary part. Nobody's aggroed, which is nice. Let's reapply stealth. Want this. This. Drink. Drink, or I think I mean strength. Flask. Assassin's Gambit once more. Two-hand our Cragblade, or Iron Ball. Sneak all the way on the right, and he will not aggro until you smack him. 1, 2, very cool. Alright, up to Morgott. Alright, there's our last talisman, which means that we've got to get rid of this, get rid of this, get rid of... not that. Get rid of this, get rid of this. Okay, and we should make sure we have this guy. Okay. Golden Vow. Cragblade. Flame grant me strength. Unequip those. Two-hand that. Charged R2. Charged R2. Charged R2. Let stamina recover. Take that post. Immediate charged R2. Immediate charge R2 again. Perfect. Okay. So this is as far as we've made it in the past. Yeah. It's nice to feel as if I'm being pretty consistent in this whole first section. I don't want to talk to you. Nope. I said I don't want to talk to you. Perfect.
Allow me, you are unable to prevent it by the man. The thorn, a husk, the only way, and become my purpose. So I'd like to the flame then, and guide you.
Cool. Let's level
I'd
up
like to let my hand
just a little
share
bit.
them with me. Your thoughts,
And
your ambitions.
okay, let's do that for now. We want to make sure... Okay, it's a late night, but we should, by the time that we are past the rolled, the lift, the grand lift of rolls or whatever, it should no longer be that. Okay, wait, so we swap that. We don't need this Margit Shackle for the rest of the run. Okay. There we go. I should reapply my stealth. The exact same thing as earlier. This part. Yeah, okay. I still have stealth on. Ooh. Okay, cool. That was weird. The guy like looked at. Well, it wasn't weird. It's because I ran out of stealth. I should have re-upped my stealth much closer to the bottom of the stairs. Okay, but we're through that now. On to Fire Giant, I guess. Alright, put on stealth here, and then just run. Directly between these two guys. Then I steer kind of in between these guys. And... Ooh. I don't know if I've noticed before that the crossbow guy has it aggroed. But presumably he always does. And, oh, it's still late night. We should probably pass time until morning so we don't have to deal with the Knight's Cavalry. Unless? No. Okay. Pass time, nightfall. Wait, not nightfall. That's the opposite of what I want. Morning. Okay. Let's just put on Gambit real quick. And I'll just kind of run. And avoid everybody. Cool. That was pretty nice. Then up here for this Blackblade Kindred, I stick to the left. And then just want to make sure that if he screams at me, I'm ready to dismount. Dismounted too early. Distress, sadness, much sadness. Oh, that's so stupid. Alright, I guess I'm just gonna keep going. I really should just get that grace and rest. Do I have time to start another run? Let's see. I've done 9-ish. I should probably just finish this run for some more practice. Man. What a dumb way to lose a run. Ugh, so annoying. Well, I can make sure I can get all the other stuff more just consistently. Okay. Yeah, it was Gargoyle. Oops. I basically, like, he did his scream attack at me. And I was ready for it, but I was too ready for it. I like dismounted way too early. And just like got hit. Very frustrating and pretty stupid way to lose a run, but what can you do?
Those are of a challenge, find them well.
Yeah, and I think next time I'm just going to grab the Grace that's right by the lift. And yeah, that's that. Okay, well. We're just gonna confirm that all of our other strats work, I guess. And hey, if I get the rest of the run, that would be the first time that I would have beaten Elden Ring without dying, so that's something. So not a distance PB, because last time I got hit by the guy just up here. That was my only hit, or almost my only hit. This is my new strategy, which aggroes nobody. That works pretty well. Reapply stealth for up here. Alright. So we go up to this guy, and I run around to the right, or the left rather. Cool. Through here, and let's try to no-hit, Fire Giant, shall we? Nothing much to this whole section, just straight up run through it. Alright, we level ourselves up. Never mind, we cannot. Can we? Yeah, let's do that. Alright, okay, so we need this, and this, and we need to craft 6 of these guys and throw them into our inventory. Cool. Oh, no worries. I was just annoyed. I wasn't annoyed at you or anything, or like. Yeah, I understood. I understood what you were saying. I just don't think I have enough time quite to do another run. Okay. Want this. Want this. Want to drink again. Okay, and then let's try this out for size. Recover. 1, 2. There you go. That's Fire Giant done. Yeah, that was much cleaner. That was the right approach for sure. Yeah, way cleaner than yesterday. Yeah, pretty efficient fight that. Okay. Time to burn the Erd tree. Alright. I in fact do not care about what you're about to say, but you're going to tell me about it anyway.
You to commit. Very let my hand.
Okay. We want that. Cool. Draw his attention. Run through the middle. Stay to the left. Cool. I missed the dragon coming so far. Okay, come here. Slide over to the right through these two pillars. These two plinths. Drop some frames when the guy tries to cast a spell. Alright. Godskin Duo is your favorite part of the game? That's a bit of a hot take. Oops. Need to wait a little bit longer for him to not aggro. Okay. One. Oh, okay. Golden Vow. Drink. Cragblade. Flame grant me strength. Drink. This. Alright, we just let this guy wake up. And this guy goes to sleep. I don't need to do all this again, but I'm going to just because. Cool. Clean again. Yeah, they're super weak to sleep. They are the big one is not weak to what's it called? The big one is not weak to strike though, so this is actually not a great weapon for this fight. But yeah, sleep. They basically sleep for 60 seconds, I think. If you hit them with one sleep pot. And even on the second proc, I think it's still just one sleep pot. Cool. Yeah. Yeah, it's really, if you're ever like doing a hard run and you just like want some more time with the Godskin Duos, you work in sleep somehow and it's much easier. Alright, there is our fully upgraded weapon. Oops, that's not where we want to go. Oops. Okay, and off we go. That was a really, really weird little baby hop instead of a full jump. Oh, well, I shouldn't. Hold on. There you go. you aggroed. That's really weird. This is not the intended method. Yeah, okay. Weird. Why did that bird aggro? Did I do a different pathing? I don't think I did. Oh, please tell me I grabbed that, Grace. Oh, I didn't. Okay, I do not feel like running over there. Back over there. Grace's. That's not where I want. That's where we want. Okay. Let's just rest here. And we probably actually want Rune Archon. Okay, what did we do differently this time? Go this way? This way. Maybe I need to crouch through here? Oh, I know why. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Got it. Okay, well, we don't need this anymore. Cool. Golden Vow. Bagblade. This. We don't need this. We need this. Go through. It's gonna give me strength. Drink. Oops. That's weird. Cool.
Astonished. Covenant destined death. To kill what?
Right. Alright, last 3 bosses, and then I'm gonna call it a night. Golden Vow. Backblade.
I knew you'd come to stand before
And grant me strength.
to become Elden Lord. What a sad state of affairs. I commend your spirit,
Okay.
but alas, none shall take the throne. I guess I hope that I know in my bones.
Get destroyed, idiot.
Tarnished cannot become a lord. Not even you. A man
Come on, nobody cares.
kill a god.
Cool. Alright. Godfrey. Backblade. Claim back strength. Drink. Oops. Oh, that was weird. Ooh, that was a little close for comfort.
Brave, tarnished. Thy strength befits a crown.
I actually don't need to run up there right now. I need to level up. Cool. Okay, last boss. Like this. This. Alright. An improvement, I'd say. Didn't get hit by any bosses this time. No, I got hit by some bird. But that was just like I was not paying attention. I did a slightly different pathing in that area that has a lot of birds in Farum Azula. But okay, improvement. I'm gonna call it there. Feeling a little tired. But yeah, as always, thank you for hanging out. Really appreciate that. Yeah, it was good run. Yeah, like I said, no bosses hit me. Just gotta like cut out those like small inaccuracies in my routing, which yeah, shouldn't be too much. And apart from that, it felt pretty clean. All the boss fights felt quite clean. Nothing that was, yeah, nothing sketchy or anything. Maybe a little bit on Godfrey where I stunned him without him really knowing if it was going to be safe, but I was pretty sure it was going to be safe. Never noticed that her the Elden Beast's blood is like, makes you look like a chameleon or something. Kind of funny. Alright, well, wait, did that only take... That was pretty fast. I maybe actually would have had enough time when I died to reset. Alright, thanks for coming through. I will let you know when I'm next on. Yeah, have a good night. Have a good one. Yeah, thank you very much. I'm also looking forward to it.